Hey everybody, Andrew back for another Barista Basics video. Now before I get into today's topic, there are a few things that I'd like to discuss. First of all, my disclaimer, of course, that any opinions stated in my videos are my own. I'm not here to represent Starbucks or any other corporation or impede on any of these companies' intellectual properties or trademarks. My videos are, of course, just meant for fun and educational purposes. With the disclaimer out of the way, I can go ahead and talk about my second point, which is that I would just like to apologize in a video for my lack of a video last week. I made a post explaining why, but to quickly summarize that, last week was my spring break, and I wanted to enjoy the last spring break that I would have and practice some much needed self-care. Now, in hindsight, I kind of feel bad for doing that because when I made that post, I wasn't aware that my spring break was going to be extended into this week. So, looking back on it now, I kind of feel bad because I have all this time to relax. I've still been working, but I've had more time to relax, so I realistically could have done a video last week. So I just wanted to apologize to you guys for that in a video. Now, my third point before we get started is simply just to please practice social distancing. Try to go outside as little as possible. If you feel yourself becoming a little ill, please self-quarantine. Of course, what we don't need right now is for more people to catch the coronavirus. So minimizing contact with others, especially large crowds, is very key. I would, of course, be practicing social distancing if I didn't have to work to pay that rent. But in any other case, I am certainly practicing that, and I urge you guys to as well. And I just hope that everybody stays healthy, and yeah, stay healthy. But with all of that stuff out of the way, I can go ahead and get into today's topic, which is all about making your own whipped creams at home. So, ideas have been running relatively slim regarding what coffee house related topics I can discuss, since I've already talked about a bunch of different topics. But I realized one subject I hadn't touched on were whipped creams, and these are of course a super huge component of a lot of espresso beverages. People love getting extra whipped cream, on their espresso beverages or on a frappuccino or another sort of blended beverage. People love it. So I figured that why not? Let's explain how to make whipped cream at home. So to get into that, we have a cheat sheet, of course, but more importantly, on the cheat sheet, we have two methods of making whipped cream. We have the easier, cheaper method, more cost-effective, well, not cost-effective, cheaper not in a bad way, just cheaper as in less expensive method, which is the mixing bowl method. And then we have the sort of more expensive method, but also the method, in my opinion, that is more fun. So to get into our first method, the mixing bowl method, the first step in this process is to chill your mixing bowl and whisk, whether this be a whisk that you would use manually or those little whisk attachments that can plug into one of those beating machines. Either one. The main point is that you want to freeze them for about 10 minutes so that they are completely chilled. Now, once we have chilled these pieces of equipment, we then want to combine 1 cup of heavy cream with 2 tablespoons of white granulated sugar, as well as a few teaspoons of whatever sort of flavor extract you like. This is completely optional, but of course the most popular would be vanilla. You could add almond extract, what have you, peppermint, anything your heart desires. You can customize your whipped cream to your own taste, or just have it plain. So we combine all of these guys into our chilled mixing bowl, and then we are going to whisk. I have written down here on high because it is certainly much easier to use an electronic piece of equipment than manually, but of course manually still works as well. So regardless of whatever method you use, you want to whisk it until stiff peaks form. So essentially what that means is if you take your whisk out and you have it upright, and if the peak of whipped cream at that point stays in its same form, then your whipped cream is ready to go. So yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. I said the other one is more fun, in my opinion, but this one is also fun and delicious as well, and cheaper, which we love. So that's probably the method that I would recommend if you actually want to make whipped cream at home. This next method is how we make whipped cream at Starbucks, and also if you're feeling, a little adventurous, if you have some extra money and you want to buy some cool kitchen equipment. And I can go ahead and get into some more specifics regarding that. So what you're going to need for our canister method are whipped cream canisters and some nitrous oxide chargers. Now these are things that you can purchase through Amazon or other online shops. I don't really know if, a place like Home Goods or something like that would sell these things, but possibly. But I know that you can get them online. So you're going to need those supplies, and what you're going to want to do is also chill those components. You don't need to chill the nitrous oxide chargers, but you do want to charge the canister and the dispenser of the whipped cream. So once we have those pieces chilled, we want to combine 30 fluid ounces of heavy cream and 8 tablespoons of syrup into our whipped cream canister. Now, if you really want a true to blue Starbucks whipped cream, you can of course purchase certain Starbucks syrups from the store. That also may be something that not a lot of people know, but you can buy some Starbucks syrups in store. For example, vanilla or caramel are pretty popular choices there. And of course, at Starbucks, we utilize the vanilla syrup when we make our whipped creams. So, also, sorry I'm sniffling. I don't have coronavirus, I promise, but these allergies in the South have just been killing me. So I apologize for the sniffles. But anyways, so, right, you can purchase a Starbucks syrup, and that would be 8 pumps of the Starbucks syrup, and combined with the heavy whipping cream, of course. Or if you have another kind of syrup that you buy, or you can even make your own simple syrup and flavor it if you like. You just need about 8 tablespoons of that combined with the heavy cream in the canister. Then what you're going to do is you're going to screw the top of the whipped cream canister on. That's the little part that you squeeze and where the whipped cream comes out of. You want to put that on, and then you want to put on there's another metal component that the charger fits into, and there's a little hole that you can plug it into, and you want to twist that until you hear the gas in the charger release. So this of course means that our gas is no longer in the charger and is now in our whipped cream canister. So at this point, this is where the fun part is. You just want to shake it very vigorously for about 30 seconds, and then you want to let it rest on its side for just a little bit so that everything can kind of chill out. And yeah, you can put it in your fridge and enjoy it at your leisure. This, I will say, in past experience, it is useful to, whenever you plan on using the whipped cream canister again, to give it a few good shakes before you start dispensing the whipped cream. Because sometimes the components in the whipped cream can settle and you might just get a stream of like weird liquid heavy cream instead of actual whipped cream. So I would definitely advise giving it a good shake before you use it. And yeah, this video, a little bit of a mess, sorry, but that is essentially it for how you can make whipped cream at home. Again, like I said, this first method, the mixable method, is much easier and also much cheaper, and basically the more practical method for just your, if you want to try making whipped cream one time, definitely do the mixing bowl method. But if you want to, take your whipped cream making skills to the next level, I would recommend trying this second method, the canister method, because it also allows you to pipe whipped cream in a much more beautiful way, I guess. Much more artsy. So either method works great. Both whipped creams taste amazing. It's just whatever interests you more and whatever is more convenient for you. So with all of that said, that is going to be it for today's video. Again, I hope that you guys are staying healthy and staying safe and practicing social distancing. Very key, cannot stress that enough. I also hope that you guys enjoy the video. I hope that you guys learned something, and I hope that if you're in school, you are having not so much difficulty navigating all of these rapid changes. I know for me, trying to keep up with, if classes are going to be online for the rest of the semester or if we're going to go back to in-person classes, there's just a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. So stay strong and stay healthy. Yeah, so with all that said, I hope that you guys are having a great day despite all of this craziness. And again, I hope that you guys stay healthy, and I will see you guys next week for a new Barista Basics video. Have a good day. Thank you.